Hello, my friends. My name is Sir Longa, and I want to speak about what Paul Pierce just said about LeBron's comments because he strengthens my point. So here goes.
Paul, do you agree with LeBron about ring culture?
Well, there has to be a measuring stick. And why do we play the game? You know, is it for the fame? Is it for the...
Thank you. Thank you. Like, what is the point? What is the point if you don't count your rings? Like that's what I've been saying this whole time. Like, I get it, it's not the only barometer or the only measuring stick that really counts when it comes to basketball, but it has to be like at least 45% of it. Because I get it, individual accolades, all that stuff, because LeBron's individual accolades are ridiculous. If he didn't have some of those accolades, like first in scoring, still playing at a very high level, like 20 plus years later, I probably would have Kobe above him. But like, it's hard to argue that. But I still prefer Kobe Bryant. That's just my bias because I'm a MJ fan and I'm a Tim Duncan fan and all that stuff. But that has to be put into the equation. But
the fortune, because as a kid, you played to win, and you were always measured on how much you won. Mm-hmm. And it's sports will always be that way. Now, I remember LeBron left Cleveland to chase rings in Miami. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't that about trying to get a ring?
Yeah. 100%. 100%.
Right? Because he was trying to fulfill his legacy. You know, and same with Kevin Durant. So it just begs the question, like I said.
I promise you, if LeBron had one less ring, we would not be talking about him the way we talk about him now. There's just no way. There's just no way. I think people are just giving him that because of like the accolades that he's won. But the barometer was always, or I'm not even sure if, because I'm thinking of like a measuring stick, but the measuring stick is always has and always will be either, it's usually 6 because of Michael Jordan set a precedent. I understand Bill Russell was here. I understand that you have Robert Horry, but let's be honest, they're not the same caliber of player as a LeBron James or Michael Jordan. Yes, Bill Russell was that caliber of player, but he played at a time where it's not modern basketball that we talk about now. Most of the time, we start off from where Magic started winning rings, or at least Wilt, to now. That's where usually our barometer is, or like where our section is for that particular look.
Earlier, why do we play? You know, is it for fun? Is it for money? Is it for fame? Because I've always played to win, to be the best. And that's how we are measured as individuals, because when you are winning rings, it's proven that you are the best. And so it's kind of hypocritical for Bron to kind of say this, being that he went to Miami, then back to Cleveland, then to LA in search of rings. And that's how we measure sports across the board. In order to be the greatest, yeah, you can have all these. I could be on a bad team and have all the individual stats, but it doesn't make you great if you don't win. And that's why we measure players to that degree on how much you.
Because honestly, the one thing he has that's it. Paul Pierce been wilding out lately. So the one thing that I do agree with him is what he just said just now. If we're just measuring players off of just like greatness in general without winning of what they put up per game, there'd be a lot of players that'd be different on that list. James Harden would be at the top of nearly everybody's list. I think if Kevin Durant had the same amount of rings as LeBron James, or maybe even one more, this would be a heavier debate. Like, I don't think Steph Curry has enough flowers to be put at that, like, he's the greatest shooter ever, but they don't even let him touch the GOAT debate, which is kind of crazy to me because I feel like he should be in that realm of like one of the greatest basketball players ever. because I've never seen someone draw so much attention off the ball. Like, you have to double him when he's almost like getting open, or the thought of him getting open causes you to play defense on him. So that's kind of disrespectful, but Paul Pierce spitting right now. He's saying facts. Like, what is the point if it's not to win? Statistics aside, yes, like that's the barometer too for winning. It is. Like, what you do, assists, points, rebounds, all that. We track that because as basketball heads, we like to see what, especially I hoop on a casual basis and I count how many points I do in my head. Maybe not rebounds and steals, but I count that because that's the easiest way to look at it. So that's just how basketball players are wired, I think. But
you win and how many rings or trophies you got, it's all measured, and there is levels to this. You can't come to the Truth Lounge and just getting the VIP. You know, it's certain status that you gotta have, or a certain type of bankroll. Same in sports. It just is what it is. Some players are general admission, some players are VIP, and then you got others who are VIP. And that's the upper echelon. So it just is what it is.
No, you know, the one thing in my career, you know, I was never, it's weird because I never was chasing a gold jacket. I didn't want to play forever to get a gold jacket, right? The numbers sometimes will kick you over the top. The longer you play, the longevity, the numbers, you can do those things. But I did not want to be a guy that played and wasn't a significant part of a team that won a championship. I wanted to be a significant part of that team to get a ring, because when my career was on, well, oh, he was cool, he was good, but he never won a championship.
Yeah.
So my focus was, I need to get a damn ring. I got to figure it out.
How important was it that you were a significant part of that too? Not just get a ring, not just get a ring, but that I'm a good reason why.
Our defense was about 75% of the reason that we won the championship, but offensively, we pushed the needle at the level we needed to, and I was a significant part of that.
Yeah.
It's just the system I was in, but when they threw the damn ball, they knew who they was throwing it to.
okay, so I've been using the word barometer wrong. It's to measure atmosphere, but that's beside the point. I've been trying to say measuring stick, but barometer is the only word that popped up in my head, so I'm sorry. But I think I said this before in a previous video. I think that LeBron James is trying to push a narrative, especially if you see that line right there at the bottom. It'll say LeBron pushes back on ring culture. It's never enough. It's never enough because you don't have enough. He's nearing the end of his career. I don't think he thinks he can win anymore. I think he's going to make the playoffs. He's going to be a very good player, but winning it all now with everything else, he's becoming slower. Everybody is more competitive. The rise of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander being one of the top players in the last couple years, and then you still have, you know, Luka Doncic. You still have, well, they're on the same team, but you still have Dallas. I think they got the draft was today. I didn't even look at it. Did they get Cooper Flag? Hold on. Yeah, Cooper Flag did. Okay, I'm sorry. I had to Google that real quick. But I mean, I don't understand. Like, I get what LeBron James is trying to say, but he knows he's only compared to one other person. One other person. And that's Michael Jordan. It's been those two for a while now, ever since the late great Kobe Bean Bryant passed away. It's only been those two. That's why I don't understand. Like, who else are we comparing him to? It's only greats. Kobe, Wilt, Magic, Larry, Hakeem, Tim Duncan. Because I mean, when we talk, because like when we speak about everybody else, like Karl Malone, like John Stockton, like we always say what could have been Patrick Ewing, Tracy McGrady, Brandon Roy, Derrick Rose. Like, there's a bunch of what ifs in the NBA. But the fact that you rose above it should say a lot about not just you as a player, being able to overcome whatever you need to overcome to get to that point. But in the end of the day, it's competition. It's competition. And winning the championship means you've beaten everybody. When it comes down to it, it's that simple. If you've beaten everybody, literally everybody, all those people who didn't win a championship lost at some point. That's it. It's really that simple. Yes, there's nuances to it, but that's still what it is. At the end of the day, they still lost. Oh, I didn't have this, I didn't have. You lost. Oh, I didn't have this, I didn't have that. You lost. Sorry. But, I mean, I just wanted to bring up that topic again because I've been getting heated over it. So, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm trying to stream as much as humanly possible. Try to stream around like 10 o'clock. Like and subscribe. Other than that, peace, love. I wish you well wishes.